Hello and welcome to our webinar by Solutions Plus. This webinar covers examples of process improvements and automations. On the agenda, the payment means screen where we've done a couple of automations to reduce end-user keystrokes, the document generation wizard to create documents in mass, for example, creating AR invoices for all deliveries completed the day before, and the print and delivery add-on, which is a powerful tool where you can send email communications in bulk. I will now move to our demo system to demonstrate each of these features. The payment automations are done in both the incoming and outgoing payment screens. I will demonstrate it in the incoming payment screen. So I will select my customer, select the invoice, and move to the payment means screen. The GL account connected to your house bank is auto-populated. So is the transfer date, which defaults to the system date, and the total dollar value received. Previously, all three of these fields would need to be entered by the end user when they are processing an incoming payment. Once I add the payment, another automation is done so that the journal remarks will have the business partner's name instead of the business partner code. So this is also an easy way of searching, if you wish, your journal entries. Moving now to the document generation wizard. This is available in the Sales AR module. It's a tool, as I said before, where you can create multiple documents on the sales cycle in bulk. My scenario today is to create AR invoices for all deliveries done yesterday. So let's first have a look at our delivery screen. Search for all open deliveries. As you can see, there are 4 deliveries that happened yesterday, the 23rd of July. 2 for Earthshaker and 2 for Microchip. I will keep this list of deliveries on the side as a reference as we go through the document generation wizard. So this wizard has a couple of steps which will guide you through to select your documents and the customers that you want to apply the parameters to. As you can see, you can create a set of parameters, set of rules, and save it for later use. Or you can create a new parameter set, which is what I will do now. So you set the name and description, select next, and you select the target document. So we are trying to create AR invoices. Select AR invoice from the drop-down. Select the posting date and document date for these AR invoices. You can set if you want to create item or service type invoices. I will leave these settings as they are. I will move to the next step. This is where we set the base document. So we are starting from deliveries. So I will check that. And we are looking for deliveries that happened yesterday, the 23rd of July. So we're filtering it down. Then we have the expand selection criteria. Similar to other locations in SAP Business One where we have this checkbox, it gives us an additional number of fields by which we can narrow down our selection. So some system-defined fields, and also if you want, there could be user-defined fields added here as well. User-defined fields at the header level of the document. I have one here saying ready to invoice. This is my user-defined field. If you have a look at the list of delivery screen on the top left of your screen, there is a column here which stores the value yes or no. This indicates that some of these deliveries are ready to be invoiced, some are not ready to be invoiced. So this last one, row number 8, should not be invoiced. So we just we will create only for rows 5, 6, and 7, the invoices. So I'm selecting in my document generation wizard, ready to invoice, and I want all which has a value yes in it. Select next. This gives us an opportunity to consolidate the documents that we are creating. This would mean if we want to generate one invoice for all deliveries that are done for one customer, which I will do by selecting the ship to address because I want to consolidate based on that. Or you could select no consolidation, which means it will create an invoice for each and every delivery note. I'm trying to consolidate, so I will get one AR invoice for Earth Checker, which will have both deliveries 10 and 11, and another invoice for Microchip, which will only have the delivery number 12. Click Next in my document generation wizard. This is where I select my customers. So I can filter down or add all the customers and uncheck the customers I don't want to work with. In my case, I'm only using Microchip and Earth Checker for the demo. Select Next. Here we can instruct the system how to function if there are certain messages and alerts for missing data, bookkeeping, and also for inventory. If the inventory is not available or if there are any other concerns there, you can tell the system what to do. I will leave them as they are. Now we'll say next. This step 7 gives us the opportunity to just execute the wizard, save the parameters and execute. So we can use this parameter set later on, or just save the parameters and exit without executing it, so without creating the ARs. But I want to save it and execute as well, so I will select the second option and I will say next. System message saying that the wizard is running and it will create a number of documents and that we cannot cancel this operation. I will continue. And at the end, you would see that it's created AR invoice 8 and AR invoice 9. Let's have a look at what these invoices look like. So I'll open my AR invoice screen, find the invoice number 9. This is for Earth Checker based on the deliveries 10 and 11 because I said consolidate based on their shipping address, and it has both the document items. If I have a look at my relationship map, it's a bit complex because there are a couple of APs as well, but these are the deliveries that it is now created with my AR invoice number 9. Move back one more. There is a delivery for the Microchip delivery, the AR invoice for the Microchip delivery, which is delivery 12. Let's have a look at my delivery screen now. Cancel and I refresh my list. And the deliveries for which the invoices were created for are no more, but this Microchip delivery, which had the ready to invoice value set as no, that is still available. So the document generation wizard is a very good tool that we can use if you're creating bulk documents based on various selection criteria with a recurring process in your company. To have a look at the parameters that we have saved, we open the document generation wizard and we have the existing parameter set option, and then we could go through and do any changes if needed, or just go to the last step and execute to redo the steps, to reuse the parameters. Next to print and delivery, this is an add-on that is available with the B1 usability package. A separate license needs to be purchased for print and delivery to be used. It gives a possibility to email out documents in bulk. For example, emailing all AR invoices created in a day, or emailing all remittance advisors created in a day to designated recipients. There are a couple of settings that needs to be done before we can use, so I will quickly go through that. In the print and delivery, there's a little wizard where it shows all the documents that can be used for print and delivery. So there's quite a lot of documents available. My example today is using the outgoing payments because I'm emailing the remittance advices. So that is selected here. One thing to note is that once one of these checkboxes are selected, we're not able to uncheck it. So we just need to keep in mind we know exactly what we want. Click on OK. And then we need to assign the layout that's supposed to be used when we are emailing, which would always be the same one that would be sent out if you're printing and sending it out to them. So we use a CRISA report definition screen for that. We connect the report layout that should be used. And then there are a couple of actions that we need to define as well, where we tell the system what to do if the report is being printed, if to show the report, to save the report. And the most important one here is emailing the report, how you want the email to be generated, how you want the text to show. So we can define the subject, and we can also call system variables. In this case, it will say remittance advice, and this variable will pull out the remittance advice number, the document number for the outgoing payment. We can say dear, and we can have the customer name or the customer contact's name. We can pull the particular variable out. The next section is where we have the recipient. The emails will use any of these as a recipient. So BP header would mean the email in the general tab in the business partner master screen, or you can use the default contact person's email address, or even the email category that is connected with your that you want to send it to. For example, if you want to send it to the accounts department. I'm just going to use the BP header, and of course you need to set up the SMTP information as well for the connection. Putting the layout and all actions together, this is done in the report configuration screen. So this is the collection of all the rules. It says to use this particular CRISA report layout, the actions that should be executed if any of these buttons are selected to print, preview, email, and PDF. And then we have this active checkbox here. If selected, the normal SAP B1 mailer will not work. It will always work with print and delivery. So I've set all of these up. I will now go to banking, and there is this mass delivery menu available because print and delivery is switched on for outgoing payments. From the drop down, we will select outgoing payment, and there are a couple of selection criteria that you get. So you can select a date range, posting date range, or a document number, or if you want to view all that have not been printed and sent out with the print and delivery before, you can just select OK. But always remember to have this preview checkbox selected so that you could preview the information first. I'll select OK. So there are two outgoing payments which have not been sent. I could click on the golden arrow and check the document, or click on the golden arrow and check the information of the business partner. So I'm using the email in the general tab of the business partner. So this says my email address in there. I could either select all the documents or select only one or two. So I will select this one, number 2, and I will say OK, and then notice the status at the bottom left of your screen. It will let you know when the email has been sent out from SAP. This will take a couple of seconds. All right. While the email comes into my inbox, I would like to show a few other things. We have this include documents already printed, already handled by print and delivery checkbox. If that is selected, it will show a few more records. These are the others have all been sent before. If you want to resend, that's an option that you would use. And also there are error logs and delivery logs that are available that you can have a look and see if they've been delivered or not. The delivery log, you will select your outgoing payment, show deliveries. It will show all the deliveries that have been, or the emails that have been sent out. Let me check my inbox. This is the email that the recipient would get. So dear, and you'll address it to whoever, and then it has the email body and the PDF attachment of the document that you're sending. So this is what your recipient would see at the end of the day. It's also possible to set it up so that the email will consist of all the documents connected to a particular recipient, consolidate and show it. That is also possible. This brings us to the end of this webinar. So to go through a summary, we had a look at automations done in the payment screens to reduce end user clicks, the document generation wizard to perform batch processes on sales documents, and the print and delivery add-on, which can help you with mass emailing of documents. Please send us your comments and questions to me directly if you want. And if you want any additional explanations to the topics that I have spoken today, a recording of this webinar will be shared with everyone on our website, and you can sign up for future webinars as well through the Solutions Plus website. I would like to once again thank you all for your participation and time today. Thank you.